What's good, Vikings Nation? Skol! Baby, Training Camp 2025 is here, and the TCO Performance Center is buzzing with energy as our Minnesota Vikings gear up for what could be a legendary season. But hold up. There's a whisper in the air about our superstar, Justin Jefferson, and it's got fans on edge. Did he really sit out most of Thursday's drills? Let's dive into the latest Vikings news and unpack what's going on with JJ. Picture this. It's a sunny day in Eagan, Minnesota, and the Vikings are back on the field, with rookies and vets alike ready to prove themselves. The pads are popping, and the excitement is electric, until we hear that our WR1, the face of the franchise, stepped to the sidelines. Why? Is it serious? Is it nothing? Stay with me, because this update is going to have you hyped for what's coming. So what's the deal with Jefferson? Was it an injury scare, or is he just playing it smart? In this video, we're breaking down every detail, plus some juicy updates on JJ McCarthy and the squad. Drop a comment below. What do you think about our Vikings' chances this year? Let's get into it. Jefferson's big moment on day 2. Let's set the scene. It's Thursday, July 24th, 2025, and the Vikings are in the thick of training camp at the TCO Performance Center. Justin Jefferson, our all-pro wide receiver, is out there doing what he does best, making jaw-dropping plays. Early in team drills, he skies for a leaping catch along the sideline, out-muscling cornerback Jeff Okudah like it's nothing. The crowd roars, and you can feel the Skol chant brewing. But then, plot twist, after some incidental contact with Okudah, Jefferson hits the ground. He pops up quick, daps up Okudah like the class act he is. But something's off. He heads to the sidelines and doesn't return for the rest of practice. Vikings fans, I know what you're thinking. Not again. After all, Jefferson's 2023 hamstring injury kept him out for 7 games. Is this another setback? Hold your horses, because Jefferson himself spoke to reporters post-practice, and his words are going to calm your nerves. What did he say? And how does this tie into his past injuries? Keep watching, because the story's got layers, and we're peeling them back one by one. What's your take? Should we be worried? Hit the comments. A cautious superstar. Here's the good news, Vikings faithful. Justin Jefferson is fine. He described the reason for sitting out as a little bit of tightness in his legs, nothing major, just a precaution. After that highlight reel catch, he felt a twinge and decided to play it safe. Smart move, right? This is a guy who's been through the injury ringer before, missing 7 games in 2023 with a hamstring issue, and he's not about to risk it early in camp. Jefferson's quote to reporters was pure gold. "I'm fine after that catch, for sure, but just having a little bit of tightness. Of course, with the past recent injuries and the stuff that I have gone through before, just taking precaution and understanding that it's the 2nd day of camp, not the 30th. Man, that's the mindset of a veteran who knows his body and the long game. At 26, he's the heartbeat of this team, and he's laser-focused on being 100% for Week 1. This cautious approach isn't just about Jefferson. It's a team effort. Head coach Kevin O'Connell and the training staff, ranked 3rd in the NFL by the 2025 NFLPA report card, are all about keeping their stars healthy. So, is this a sign of maturity or a reason to stay on edge? Let me know what you think in the comments, and stick around for how this ties into our QB situation. Flashback to 2023's injury woes. Let's take a quick trip down memory lane to understand why Jefferson's caution is a big deal. In 2023, our superstar WR faced his first major injury, a high-grade hamstring strain that sidelined him for 7 games. The Netflix documentary Receiver gave us the raw details. Jefferson felt a pop, and the team's VP of player health called it a high-grade tear, with a recovery timeline of 8 to 10 weeks. That's not just a tweak, that's serious. Then, just when he returned, boom, another scare. Against the Raiders, Jefferson took a brutal hit to the chest, coughing up blood and getting diagnosed with a pulmonary contusion. No broken ribs, thank goodness, but it was a wake-up call. Those moments shaped Jefferson's mindset, making him so scared for it to happen again. As he told ESPN, he's been working on his hamstrings and overall conditioning to be injury-proof in 2025. Now, with this minor tightness in camp, you can see why he's not taking chances. The Vikings can't afford to lose their $140 million man, who just signed the richest non-QB contract in NFL history. How do you feel about Jefferson's injury history? Is he right to be extra careful? Drop your thoughts below, and let's talk about how he's mentoring our new QB next. Jefferson and J.J. McCarthy's budding chemistry. Alright, let's shift gears to something that's got every Vikings fan pumped. The connection between Justin Jefferson and our rookie QB, J.J. McCarthy. These two have lockers side by side at the TCO Performance Center, and they're building something special. Jefferson's been hyping up McCarthy's arm strength, saying it's plenty good to get him the ball whenever he needs it. Skull vibes only. Jefferson's not just catching passes, he's playing the role of veteran mentor. He told reporters, talking with JJ and being his locker mate, I feel like he definitely has his head on straight, and he has that confidence to go out there and to perform every single week. That's huge for a rookie like McCarthy, who's stepping into the QB1 role after spending 2024 on IR with a knee injury. The buzz is real, folks. Posts on X are going wild, with one claiming the Vikings had to pull Jefferson off the field because he and McCarthy were connecting for too many touchdowns. Is this duo about to light up the NFL? What kind of numbers do you think they'll put up in 2025? Comment below, and let's dive into how Jefferson's leadership is shaping this team. McCarthy's big moment in camp. Let's talk about J.J. McCarthy, the number 10 overall pick in 2024, who's got Vikings fans dreaming of a new era. Training camp is his time to shine, and the first play of camp? A bomb to Justin Jefferson, according to a post on X. That's the kind of splash we want to see. McCarthy's been grinding all offseason, working out with Jefferson, T.J. Hockenson, and Jordan Addison to build chemistry. Coach Kevin O'Connell is giving McCarthy first-team reps, a sign that the Vikings are all in on their young QB. ESPN reports that McCarthy's been maximizing his growth in Kevin O'Connell's system, which is built on pre-snap recognition and timing, perfect for a savvy receiver like Jefferson. The goal? Get McCarthy ready to handle the NFL's toughest defenses, even as a first-year starter. But here's the suspense. McCarthy's inexperience means there'll be ups and downs. Can he handle the pressure of a top-5 toughest schedule, with 9 games against 2024 playoff teams? How do you think he'll fare with Jefferson as his go-to guy? Let's hear your predictions in the comments, and stick around for more on the Vikings receiving core. The Vikings' loaded receiving room. The Vikings' passing game isn't just about Jefferson. It's a full-on arsenal. Let's talk about the receiving core that's got defenses sweating. Jordan Addison, despite missing week 2 last season with an ankle injury, came alive late in 2024, racking up 49 catches for 644 yards and 8 TDs in the final 10 games. Jalen Nailor also stepped up, dropping 6 touchdowns, including 1 in each of the first 3 games. 3 Deep 2.0, anyone? Newcomers like veteran Tim Jones, Rondale Moore, and draft pick Ty Felton add depth. Felton, a third-rounder from Maryland, set a program record with 96 receptions in his final college season. Vikings.com says he's a strong and shifty weapon who could make an impact if called upon. With Jefferson leading the charge, this group is poised to keep Minnesota's passing attack elite. But here's the question. Can they stay healthy? Addison's ankle issues and Jefferson's cautious approach in camp raise the stakes. Who's your breakout candidate in this receiving room? Drop it in the comments, and let's see how the Vikings defense is shaping up next. A defense ready to dominate. While Jefferson and McCarthy steal headlines, don't sleep on Brian Flores' defense. The 2025 Vikings training camp is showcasing a unit that improved by 15 spots in NFL defensive rankings from 2022 to 2023. Linebacker Blake Cashman, a top 20 LB in nearly every Pro Football Focus metric, is the head of the snake in Flores' scheme. He's joined by edge rushers like Andrew Van Ginkel and Jonathan Greenid, who just signed extensions. Rookies like Dallas Turner, the 2024 first-round pick, are turning heads too. Despite a minor knee tweak in 2024, Turner's expected to be ready for Week 1, per Kevin O'Connell. The secondary, with Josh Metellus leading as a captain, is another strength, though Metellus missed a practice with a mild ankle issue. The Vikings are bringing back veteran LB Jihad Ward for depth. 2. This defense could be the key to a deep playoff run. But can they handle the brutal 2025 schedule? 9 matchups against playoff teams ain't no joke. What's your take? Will Flores crew carry us to the Super Bowl? Let me know below, and let's talk about the team's health next. Injury updates across the roster. Injuries are the dark cloud over any training camp, and the Vikings are no exception. Beyond Jefferson's minor tightness, safety Josh Metellus sat out Thursday's practice with a mild ankle injury, per Vikings Wire. Meanwhile, key offensive lineman Christian Darrisaw, torn ACL/MCL, and Will Fries, fractured leg, got huge news. They're off the PUP list and ready to roll, per Kevin O'Connell. That's massive for protecting McCarthy. On the flip side, 2 rookies, T. Gavin Bartholomew and LB Chaz Chambliss, started camp on the active/PUP list, per Vikings.com. Jordan Addison, who's been battling ankle issues since 2024, is also a question mark after pleading no contest to a reduced DUI charge. The NFL's potential discipline looms, adding suspense to his status. Vikings fans, this is where we hold our breath. A healthy roster could make us unstoppable, but injuries could derail the dream. Who's the one player we can't afford to lose besides Jefferson? Hit the comments and let's wrap this up with the big picture. Skol dreams for 2025. Alright, Vikings Nation, here's where it all comes together. Justin Jefferson's cautious approach in camp shows he's all about the long game, keeping himself ready to dominate when the season kicks off in 6.5 weeks. With J.J. McCarthy slinging bombs and a receiving core that's deep and dangerous, the Vikings offense is set to light up US Bank Stadium. Add in Flores' revamped defense and we've got the makings of a playoff contender. But the road ahead is tough. A top 5 hardest schedule, per DVOA, means we'll need every ounce of Jefferson's greatness, McCarthy's potential, and this roster's depth to make a run at the Lombardi Trophy. The buzz around camp, fueled by Jefferson's leadership and McCarthy's arm, has fans dreaming big. Are you feeling the same Skol fever I am? Vikings fans, let's keep this energy going. Drop your bold predictions for the 2025 season in the comments. Will Jefferson break 2,000 yards? Can McCarthy be a top 10 QB? Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow Vikings faithful. Skol Vikings, let's make 2025 our year.